Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NBA, Blazers hosting the Celtics. We've got a promo code. The code is SAFE for 20% off the entire site of picksandparlays.net. So we've got the Blazers -1. Total is 227. Celtics come in 28 and 26, 26 and 28 against the number. Meanwhile, while the Celtics 31 and 22 overall and 26 and 27 against the number. We've got Kurt Alexander here to break this one all down. Kurt, initial thoughts on Celtics and Blazers?
Well, from what we talked about last time we did the show, Trailblazers live and die by the three, Chelsea. And
Yep.
we see it here in the games that they've lost against the Heat. They shot 35% in a loss. The Jazz, they shot 27%. They're just going to keep shooting 13 for 48, 48 attempts that game against the Jazz in a loss. What was it, Milwaukee? You see them 39% against Milwaukee shooting. These are all losses for them, but they keep shooting these 3-point shots. Now, in the wins against teams like Detroit, they beat Detroit twice, and this is over the last 10 games. And Orlando, you see them at 45%, 53%, and 45% again. So basically, if they could get over the 40% mark, there's a good chance they're going to win the game. And you look on the other side, you have the Boston Celtics coming to town, and they're coming to Portland off a huge win against the red-hot Denver Nuggets. Ever since Denver made that trade for Aaron Gordon, they had been undefeated, and they looked unstoppable at times. But the Celtics were actually able to stop them in the fourth quarter, where they held Denver to a season low 8 points. I'm not sure if that's a record or not, and I'm not even really sure how you can only score 8 points in a quarter, the final quarter of a game that was a close game, a game you were actually up by double digits. But the Denver Nuggets found a way to do that against Boston, and maybe that'll give Boston a little momentum. And like I said, you have to guard the 3-point line against the Portland Trailblazers if you hope to win this game. And against the T-Wolves, Knicks, and 76ers, the Boston Celtics were actually able to hold their teams to 32%, 37%, and it was 48% against the Knicks, even though they still won that game 101-99. If I had to choose a side in this game, I'm definitely leaning more towards the Blazers, just because they are this hot, streaky shooting team. So you expect them to get hot again, and you expect them to keep shooting. And Boston, I don't know how they're seventh in the the easy East. This team has kind of fallen off, and I think they've lost some key players over the last couple seasons, and they haven't really replaced them with anybody. Rozier was a really great backup that they had a couple years ago, and he's gone. And you look at Gordon Hayward now, who's also with Rozier with the Charlotte Hornets. He's gone. So they've missed some key pieces, and haven't really. They paid a lot of money to their 2-star players, but they're also young. So you kind of look at this team, this Boston team, like, where are they going to get the leadership? Who's going to take the last shot? It seems to be the Jaylen Brown, Tatum, kind of the same player. Young guys, really talented. But just you don't have those key pieces that I think the Boston Celtics are going to need, and that's probably why they're in the position that they're in. Yeah, so for this game, especially after that win against Denver, a game that I believe that they should have lost, and this line just being one, anytime you see a line like one, if you check the score after, it's really not that close. A lot of times these games are double digits or better. So in that case, I like the Portland Trail Blazers to cover this 1-point spread. I think it's actually short, and probably you're getting this number because of what just happened against the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I definitely think the East is not as tough as I thought it was going to be. Coming out of the bubble, it looked like there were several good contenders coming out of the East. And for some reason, I guess the Heat had COVID problems. The Celtics have been really untrustworthy, at least betting on them. And then the Raptors, they haven't been good either. So it just looks like all of a sudden the East is back to being where it was a few years ago. You have those top teams like the Nets, obviously they can score at will. But out West, It just seems like there's a whole lot more teams that could actually go deep in the playoffs.
Yes, and the competition seems to be a lot tougher out west, and this Portland team, even though they've had these losses, these losses are coming against the Heat, the Jazz, and Milwaukee, and I just don't put Boston in that class at all. So you see a 1-point spread, sometimes it gives you the idea like, oh, that's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be that close. I think Portland will take care of things here.
Well, we're hoping for an easy win then. All right, that's going to do it for our NBA talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Kurt Alexander. As always, Kurt, thanks for joining us.